Are you guys ready for cruise news?
Cruise news.
Yeah, it's like Blues Clues. Hey, when I say Blues Clues and cruise news, this is a legit theme. I got a couple of cruise stories. So now, once again on the MJ Morning Show, cruise news. All right, first of all, were they trying to deal on board?
Deal drugs?
Yeah. 2 cruise passengers brought more than 100 bags of marijuana on a Florida cruise ship. So were they going to deal on board? Listen, I don't go on a lot of cruises. I've been on a couple. Where on a ship could you smoke pot?
On the top deck?
Yeah, but the cruise...
Why? Okay, so... You could probably do it in your. Could you do it in your room as well if you have a balcony room?
Hey, maybe we should ask. I'll tell you what. We got no calls on the Applebee's thing, which I knew we weren't going to get any calls. But I wonder if I could ask listeners right now. Hey, have you smoked pot on a cruise? Did you get caught, or where did you smoke marijuana on a cruise ship? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
How were they smuggling in 100 bags of marijuana?
Here we go. Channel 8. Says 2 cruise passengers accused of bringing more than 100 bags of marijuana on Norwegian Cruise Line's Norwegian Joy ship. According to a criminal complaint filed down in the Southern District of Florida, the complaint said that Michael Quesenberry and Savannah Minami brought approximately 71.9 kilograms on a January 11th. Oh, my God. Look at every line is ringing. Every flipping phone line is ringing when I asked, have you ever smoked marijuana on a cruise ship? Did you get caught? Law enforcement officers said they found 56 vacuum-sealed bags containing a green leafy substance in Quesenberry's luggage after a drug-sniffing dog detected it. Yeah, the affidavit said law enforcement officers conducted a field test, tested positive for marijuana, and Quesenberry claimed that the marijuana was for personal use, and they had a medical marijuana card back in California. 71.9 kilograms? 100 bags of marijuana?
That is a lot.
Whoa. Yeah, the complaint said investigators initially found Quesenberry and Minami together in a passenger room. However, Minami said that she didn't know Quesenberry before meeting him at a bar on the ship. So law enforcement let her go.
I would imagine he was thinking about selling it to people on the ship.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are hard up for it.
Or maybe in port, wherever they were going.
Listen, that's what I was wondering. Does the guy get a deal on the ship?
Yeah.
Holy ship.
It's crazy.
Listen, so law enforcement officers originally let her go, but then law enforcement officers said later they caught up with Minami at a bar and escorted her back to her room after finding the bulk marijuana in his bag. Officials said they searched Minami's luggage and also found 56 vacuum-sealed bags of marijuana. So she lied. She lied to them. She also had all of this marijuana. Wow. Investigators said the packaging and quantity of marijuana found was consistent with drug trafficking and distribution. Oh, you think? Yeah. 71.9 kilograms? How many pounds in a kilogram, Roxanne?
2.54.
Close, 2.2, I believe.
Is it?
So, look at this.
What? They had pounds and pounds and pounds?
Dude, you take 71. Let me do the math here. Well, you could kind of do it with you. Multiply 71 by 2. And,
yeah, you're right, 2.204.
Yeah, so roughly, let's just say 72, 144 pounds of marijuana split between the two of them.
Okay, you couldn't even get rid of that if you sold it to every person on the ship.
That's weird.
He was going to take it somewhere, like on a port or something.
Yeah, what were they going to do? That's great.
Did a delivery in Jamaica.
Let's go to phones. I asked for phone calls. Have you ever smoked marijuana on a ship? Mike, every line is on hold right
Who
now.
hasn't smoked marijuana on a ship, according to these calls?
Yeah. Anonymous in Largo. Hey, Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Have you smoked marijuana on a cruise ship?
Absolutely.
Where on the cruise ship?
We were in our room. We had a balcony room, but there was a smoking area on the top deck of the ship. And I smoke cigarettes as well, so we did see a smell, a couple of people up there smoking in the smoking area, but nobody really seemed to notice. But we didn't smoke up there. We smoked off of our balcony.
And did anyone confront you? Because, listen, even though you're off the balcony of your room, still, that marijuana smell is going to permeate all up and down the ship and other balconies and other rooms.
You put a wet towel under the door.
Other people's balconies as well. So it wasn't just us.
Wow. All right. And how long ago was this?
We went in September. We both brought, and that 100 and however many pounds you guys said, that's crazy. We brought an ounce each.
Jeez.
We also brought some mushrooms, too.
We're all shroomed up.
We wanted to have fun. And we walked right past the drug dog. He was so sweet. Didn't alert on us, nothing.
So the drug dogs, very effective. Was this were you on the Carnival Shroom ship? What ship was it? You were on
we went on Carnival.
Carnival.
Tampa to Mexico.
Yeah. Wow. And if you don't mind me asking, Anonymous, how old are you?
I am 41.
41, pot, shrooms. Listen, hey, all of my high school buddies, they're getting high.
Do they do their microdosing too?
All my high school buddies, they all smoke pot. In their 50s, they all smoke. I'm the only one that doesn't.
It's enjoyable. I'm not going to lie. I'm on my way to work, and I'm smoking right now.
You're smoking a doob right now?
I am.
All right, well, it does dull your senses and reaction time.
Well, my new manager's not great, so,
I got to get high before I work with my new manager today. All right, Anonymous, thanks for the call. Kathy is in Hudson. Kathy, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hi, good morning, everyone. The show. I had to dial in. I couldn't dial in fast enough. I totally disagree with the Largo caller because do your drugs at home, lady. Don't feel like you think just because you're smoking outside that, quote, nobody seems to notice. This stuff smells like burning roadkill. Trust me, everybody notices.
Thanks for the call. Jay in Sarasota. Jay, you're on the MJ Morning Show. You ever smoke marijuana on a cruise ship? Did you get away with it? Where do you smoke it?
Well, yes, sir, I do, and I have a medicinal marijuana card, and but people don't realize also. I was just on a cruise a couple weeks ago, and it was rampant out there. It's just what it is. It's 2024, The only thing people don't realize is that you're on international waters now, so now you're based on international crimes. Right?
Yeah, I'm heading to Indonesia after the show today. I'm going scuba diving with Chloe and Raja Ampat.
And what drugs will you be smuggling?
Well, zero, because guess what? If you're caught with drugs in Indonesia, it's the freaking death penalty.
Yep. Watch Locked Up Abroad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that movie with Claire Danes.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's like the National Geographic series, right? Locked Up Abroad.
I believe so, on Nat Geo.
Yeah, Nat Geo, yeah. Hey, buddy, thanks for the call. Chris is in New York City. Chris, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi. So I have smoked pot on a cruise. I was on one of the Disney cruises with my family, except all your callers, you bring a pen. I brought 2 pens. You can't smell anything. I was very discreet about it. You can basically do it anywhere.
You got high on a Disney cruise.
I got ripped with the Mick.
What port? Was it a Florida port or was it a Disney cruise off the west side of Manhattan?
Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral. Thank you, Chris. Have a great weekend. Stephen, all right, 2 more, and I got to move on here because I'm running late. Stephen in Lakeland, MJ Morning Show. So, folks, if you're just tuning in, all these phone calls are because of a story that 2 cruise passengers were caught sailing from Miami on a Norwegian cruise line ship, and they had 71.9 kilograms, so over 140 pounds of marijuana on the ship. And I just said, hey, I don't think it was personal use. I don't think they were trying to deal this on board. There's a lot of pot to sell. So I'm asking the question, have you ever brought pot on a cruise ship? Have you smoked it? Did you get caught? Where do you smoke it on a cruise ship? And the phones exploded. Stephen Lakeland, go ahead.
Yeah, I did it. I got it from a guy that worked on the cruise ship. It was some of the worst weed I've ever had.
Oh, man. So you're telling me some of the cruise ship staff were dealing in weed? What do they, how do they feel you out? How do they, well, you like at a bar or something? Or they saw you were partying and one of the employees on the cruise ship said, hey, want to buy some weed?
You got to approach them.
No, we was on the port. It was at like a water resort. So I was waiting to go down a water slide. And a guy started talking to a guy, and he told me he worked on the ship, and he was going into the country to get some weed. Did I want any? And I told him, yeah. And they called us back to the ship, and I'd be damned if I'm about to walk back on the ship, and he finds me. He's like, hey, I got it. So I bought some from him, and we smoked it in the bathroom of the room. We just put the shower on real hot so the steam would get into the
And you're saying it was the worst weed you ever had?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was like Mexican brickweed.
Thanks for the call. Susan, last call. Susan and Brandon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Susan.
Hey, good morning.
All right, Susan, are you a cruise pot smoker?
Well, I personally am not. However, the crew that we go with, they have always carried on, no issues. They take their pens, and they have no issues like smoking on the ship. Like half the people on the ship that hang out late at night are all smokers. Yeah.
There you have it. So are cruise lines cracking down? Are they looking the other way? Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.